Today I'm talking about karmic cycles and how it's unhealthy, unsafe, and it's really going to hurt you if you get involved into other people's karmic cycles. And I'm going to give you a few examples, and hopefully someone watching this can really associate themselves and find the resonance in this message. Now, a karmic cycle is something that the human has to go through. So when you were placed back here on earth, right, reincarnated, you have a mission, you have a purpose, there was a contract. And so you're here on this earthly plane to go through certain struggles, experience certain hardships so that you can become a stronger spirit. You see, the spirit without the flesh cannot grow, it cannot evolve, because it's through the flesh in which you're going to experience pain, impatience, bliss, love, and just the whole human experience ties into this actual vessel that we are wearing here that's powered by the spirit. You can call it soul, spirit, the Holy Spirit, energy, whatever you decide. Now, don't get involved in other people's karmic cycles. Christian women have the terrible habit of thinking they can change a man and bring him to God. That is not your job, baby, okay? If the man is gonna help himself, he's gonna do it on his own. A real man does not rely on a woman to change him or bring him to God. Here's another one. If you are in a relationship with a man and he's broke and you're saying he constantly applies for jobs but he doesn't have a car, once again, that man, you cannot save that man. Don't deal with his karmic cycles. That man needs to get up. That man needs to go out there into the war zone, into the battlefield, and earn a position. Work on himself so that he can have a certain status amongst society. See, here's the problem is that a lot of people will stay in a relationship, a marriage, will stay inside of an actual company as an employee, dealing with a karmic cycle that's not intended for them. So if you guys, for example, are in a relationship and you're trying to help someone and you constantly lose energy, you constantly lose sleep, and you're just not the best version of yourself around this person. For part of you feels good because you're helping them out, but it's become more draining, then you're dealing with someone else's karma. That is not healthy for you. And the universe, believe me when I say this, guys, it will punish you for trying to deal with other people's karma. I'll give you another example if this one didn't hit home. I have a friend, and my friend has a brother that's younger who's a drug addict. My friend is not a drug addict. My friend has a sense of leadership. My friend has built businesses, but then again, he has this squeaky wheel, his younger brother who's a drug addict. So my friend, his mom, his dad, of course, have tried to help, there's his brother, his son, and that guy, he constantly does the drug, goes to rehab, does drugs again. So the mom's always worrying, the dad's disappointed. My friend, of course, being the older sibling, is also thinking like, what's gonna be of my brother? Maybe I'll take him to work with me. Maybe I'll bring him to live with me and I can set him straight. And every single time they try to do any of those, it backfired on them. Why? Because it's not their job to save them. They're not God. Our job is to have a foundation, right? Have a safe space in which we allow people to communicate some of their struggles and see how we can assist them, but in a manner in which it brings out the best of them to step up to the plate. In other words, you can't force a horse to drink from the water. You can show them to where the lake is at, where they can drink, but you can't force it, right? So my friend finally, after like 10 years, when I told him about the karmic cycles, I told him, look, let it be. Your brother, you have no idea what your brother's purpose is here on this earth plane. You found out your purpose along struggles and hardships. And so then my friend, it clicked for him. He said, you know what? You're right, bro. I've had so many setbacks. Every time I try to help my brother, it's bit me in the ass. I had to bail him out of jail. He stole from me multiple times. He stole from my mom. So I'm thinking, you see what I'm saying? People are born here as individual spirits. Yes, we have family, right? We share blood, but that doesn't mean that we need to go out of our way to save people. That's not our job. Our job is to make sure that we, the individual, graduate from whatever we have to go through, and that's not dealing with other people's karmic cycles. I hope this video really hits hard because I've seen people that feel good about helping other people, but truly is not the healthiest thing for them. I've seen other people put up with hell toxic, nasty relationships because they think they can change their man, or maybe think that their wife will stop cheating sooner or later or will be a better mom. And I'm not targeting specific genders. I'm just trying to give you guys specific examples so that you guys can either find resonance with it and do some retrospecting and ask yourself, am I dealing with someone else's karmic cycle? I'm not here to be a hero. You need to tell yourself that. You're not here to be a hero. You're here to be a human and really work on your own purpose, and your actions alone, your lifestyle, your status, your resources, your patience, whatever you acquire through just dealing with your very own personal mission, you'll quickly find out that you just being you can help the world in an immense way because you are vibrating at a much higher frequency. You'll know quickly that because you are focused on you, right, the divine you, your actions will help the world in more than one way. So this is why it's important for you to be passionate about what you do, and don't let a squeaky wheel come into your life. Don't let leeches come into your life. Don't deal with anyone else's karma. Focus on yourself. Is this about being selfish? Not really. Is it about being self-centered? Not truly. What is true is that you need to be calibrated, because you can't help out anyone and anything if you are not well aligned with the divine. So, my friend, if you are watching this and this hits home, start making some changes in your life. Start focusing on yourself, your dreams, your goals, your purpose, so that the world will benefit off of the artist, off of you being that creative in your life. We're vibrating at the very highest frequency so that you can become an influence indirectly to the rest of the world and not deal with that one specific person that's just bringing you down. You don't have to go through that. You just don't have to deal with that. All right, guys, take care. Peace.